How's it going, guys? It's Doc. Bitcoin hit new all-time high today, hitting $112,000. You can hear the excitement in my voice. We are continuously putting in new all-time highs over the next couple months, and I think it's setting up for a super bullish Q3, Q4 for the end of this year. We're going to talk about that in this video, why I think Bitcoin hit new all-time highs. Plus, we're going to talk about an awesome pre-sale opportunity at the end of this video. As you guys are coming in, if you get any value out of this, consider hitting the like button and subscribing to see more content like this. All right, guys, Bitcoin having an absolute wild day, putting in a new all-time high of $112,000. A new high. You can kind of feel that excitement coming back into the crypto space. And this is great because we had a little bit of FUD earlier in the week. So here we're looking at the daily chart. I'm actually going to switch this over to the 4-hour chart because I think it tells a little bit better of a story. So you can see this huge God candle that we had wicked us. We had a wick to 112,000, just a little bit over 112,000. And that's what triggered this tweet for us to have new all-time highs into Bitcoin. Okay. Now we've since had a little bit of a retracement, but that's okay, right? We're still above $110,000. And let's all remember, it wasn't that long ago, the beginning of June, end of June, when Bitcoin was under $100,000. In some ways, Bitcoin above $110,000 feels like this old Bitcoin being above $100,000. Is this the new threshold? It's really hard to tell, but what I will say is when we take this out on a weekly view, you can see this pattern here. We keep putting in higher highs and higher lows. And this for me is a very bullish setup from a technical analysis standpoint. If we do a little bit of drawing here, you can see Bitcoin has these really big run-ups, and then it consolidates for a couple weeks to months. And then has this really big run up, and then it consolidates for a little bit. We're having this big run up, and now we're consolidating. But the exciting thing here is we're consolidating at new all-time highs. It's just a matter of time before we put this next big run in until we hit, I don't know, 120, 130, maybe $140,000. It really is exciting, right? So I made this chart months ago, right? And we've been following it for quite some time, and it describes that exact pattern that we just talked about, right? This consolidation period followed by a big run up, consolidation, big run up. And you can see if we kind of continue this pattern, you can see the top part of this green bubble could be $130,000 before we have another big leg up. Now, why is this happening? You might be thinking, hey, Doc, why is this popping up? Well, Colin Talks Crypto, I love his TA here. He's saying that we broke through this bull flag, right? So we had this downward descending triangle, and we broke through it. And if you look at this is this bullish flag that he's talking about, right? Here's our flagpole, here's our flag, and then the breakout. And that's exactly what we have here, right? Our flagpole, the flag, and then a breakout forward. So this, from a TA standpoint, is very bullish. The other thing is, if we go back to TradingView, and if we look at the total money supply, this is all the money, right, in the entire world. It's all the countries. We're at all-time highs, right? It's no surprise that all countries, right, the EU, China, Japan, Australia, obviously the US, amongst others, that we just keep printing more and more money. And we are at all-time highs for the global M2 money supply. And that money needs to go somewhere. It needs to filter back into hard assets like Bitcoin. The other thing that I think is bullish is Trump keeps getting on Fed Chair Powell, and today he tweeted/posted on Truth Social saying the Fed interest rate is at least 3 points too high. So just for context out there, right now the Fed funds rate is between 4.25 and 4.5%, and Trump is stating that we should be 3 points below that, or have the Fed funds rate be at 1.5%. Now, would that lead to increased inflation? More than likely, yes, but it would be so good for risk on assets. Now, The other potential thing is, and I don't want to get too political, I'm trying to stay objective, but I like this picture here. The big, beautiful bill just got passed, and we are blowing past the national debt here in the US, and it is only a matter of time before the US is $40 trillion in debt. And in the long term, that may not be good, but in the short term, it's very, very good for risk on assets. And some people are saying this bill could be stealth quantitative easing. And that's when the Fed, this is this green box here, that's when the Fed flushes the system with cash. And when the system is flushed with cash, like we see in this green area here, Bitcoin tends to go parabolic. Right now, we're doing the opposite of that. We're doing quantitative tightening where the Fed is selling mortgage-backed securities and treasury bonds, and that takes money out of the system. Well, we'll just have to wait and see, but some folks are saying that this bill could be stealth QE, and that could flush more money into Bitcoin. Now, if you guys made it this far in the video, consider hitting the like button and subscribing if you want to see more content like this. I really want to talk to you guys about the subbed token, right? This is a pre-sale that's going on right now. They're almost sold out. They're trying to raise close to $1 million, right? And they're getting really, really close, right? So the subbed pre-sale is happening right now. So subbed, they are a token that powers next generation of content creators. Powered by AI, the subbed platform revolutionizes creator fan relationships. I really like this. This is kind of an interesting take on OnlyFans, but they're doing it in a decentralized Web3 way, right? So I really, really think this is a unique concept, and the marketing is super, super, super cleaned. So the sub presale, it gives early participants exclusive access to coin utility at the lowest possible price. You can also stake the token during the presale to unlock dynamic rewards, earn XP, and access daily behind-the-scene creator content. So if we scroll down a little bit, you can see they have a huge following, right? And we'll talk about that more in just a second. And this token unlocks a ton of benefits, right? By tokenizing content, holders can get early access exclusive content. You can get VIP staking benefits, enjoy platform discounts and XP platform multipliers. Plus, you can get early access beta, and there's some loyalty and rewards in there. So just a little fun fact, this market, right? It's an $85 billion market, right? This content. It redefines the content industry. So they are looking to take a piece of that $85 billion supply. So we talked about the problem, right? Fans feel disconnected from their favorite creators. Creators spend too much time on management. And this is super easy. If you tokenize it, you bring the user closer to their favorite content creators, right? So here's the pre-sale. It looks awesome. You can buy with crypto, you can buy with a card. And then honestly, they're saying that you should stake your subs because you can get a 20% APY and receive exclusive benefits. This fits the AI narrative, right? Because some of these AI features, you can actually create an AI profile. You can get AI voice notes, AI video. Who knows what the heck's going to go on with that, but I'm sure your mind can water. And then AI live streams. So the tokenomics, we'll take a really quick look at this. 30% for marketing, 20% for product development, about 20-ish%, 18% in liquidity. They got some staking rewards and airdrops. I really like that they're doing 30% marketing because that will give the juice that any pre-sale token needs. So this is a really, really cool idea. They have a huge following on Twitter. You can check them out. I'll put both their website and their Twitter in the links in the description below. You can see that their Twitter says that they are AI-fueled content playground, powering the next gen of creators, and the subbed presale is live. So super, super cool. If you're trying to get in on a project on the ground floor, you should consider checking out this presale. If you guys got any value out of this video, consider hitting the like button, consider subscribing to see more videos like this, and we'll see you on the next video.